Hello, this is Edward Slavis with the Slavis Group of eXp Realty. This is your DMV real estate market report for April of 2022. This month we are just going to focus on Arlington, Virginia. If you have questions about anywhere else in the DMV, let us know. Happy to provide a similar report, similar numbers for different neighborhoods. First, let's start with interest rates. National mortgage trends for a purchase. As you can see in the last 3 months in the last quarter, these have increased by almost 2 points, 200 basis points. This source is from Zillow. Bankrate, another source we look at, actually has the 30-year average above 5%. They have it up 14 basis points just in the last week. We do not know how much longer this is going to increase. Certainly the Fed is trying their hardest to slowly increase rates in order to decrease the money supply and help combat inflation. We don't know necessarily how much this is going to continue to increase, but this is going to have some effect on prices. I think it depends also on what section of the market. If you are in the lower end of the price point, it's going to be much more of an impact for you than in the higher end. For example, for every 1 point increase in interest rates, it decreases a buyer's purchasing power by 10%. So if buyers were qualified for a $600,000 home and rates go up a point, they're now qualified for $540,000. That may take them out of the running in terms of the type of property, the condo or say smaller single family home that they were looking for, just 3 months ago. On the higher end of the market, the $1 million plus price point, those buyers tend to be a little bit more protected against inflation, a little bit more, higher credit, more funds to purchase, a little bit less dependent upon the exact interest rate. Similar numbers, nearly identical for financing. Again, this source is Zillow. Bankrate, another source we look at, has something very, very similar numbers. Theirs, again, for refinancing are above 5%. There are usually a few reasons to refinance. One of them is to get a better interest rate. You are probably not going to refinance now for that reason. A second reason, though, is to lower your monthly payment. If you purchased it at $1 million with $800,000 note, and you paid down $300,000, you may still want to refinance and take out a new 30-year mortgage on that lower $500,000 amount. That can drastically lower your monthly payment, even though the interest rate is slightly higher. So it is still something to consider. Happy to have a call with you to discuss, or better yet, to put you in touch with one of our preferred lenders that can walk you through all of those numbers. Then, of course, there are also cash out refinances, home equity loans, and other tools you can use depending on what your goals are. Now let's talk about pricing in Arlington. These are the closed sales in Arlington broken down by quarter for the last 3 years. As you can see here, we had a slow start to 2019. 2020, in the pandemic, things actually picked up. In these 6 months, pandemic basically happening right here in the center, the 6 quarters, since, you've seen a much greater sales volume. Now, this is the total number of properties of all home types, condos, townhomes, single-family homes, etc. So closed sales overall are up, with quarter 4, 2021, which is traditionally the slowest quarter, being just behind quarter 3 of 2021. Quarter 1 of 2022 and quarter 2 of 2022, I have no doubt, are going to be higher. Very soon, we're going to have the official numbers for quarter 1 of 2022. Now, these, again, the same numbers graphically. This is just showing the year-over-year change. If it is above this line here in the center, it means it was higher than the quarter 1 year prior. So you can see the last 6 quarters, last year and a half, have seen an increase in sales volume. So people, everyone wants to complain about the market. There's actually more homes available now than there have been in the past. Now let's look at pricing. This is pricing broken down again by quarter over the last 3 years. The median sale price, not the average, but the median sale price for all home types, single-family homes, condos, etc. It started off here, let's say 625, and has slowly increased, drawing a straight line. We are now closer to about $700,000 median. Again, this is traditionally a slower quarter. Now, this is all single-family homes. This is now broken out, same exact numbers. That blue line we saw on the previous slide here is now straightened out to that center blue line. The red are single-family homes, and the yellow line represents condos. Single-family homes, you can see, have had a huge appreciation. The median single-family home in two 2021, quarter one and quarter two 2021 were both well above 1.1, almost 1.15 million. I do not, based on the numbers that I'm seeing, have much reason to doubt they'll be back up there again for quarter one and seems like quarter two of 2022. So we have seen substantial increase in the median sale price in Arlington. Now let's look at condos though. Condos have also in the last 3 years seen an increase. When we looked at these numbers last month for DC, the condo market had basically been flat for 3 years. Here you can see the median price was climbing from about 375, now pushing to about 450. That's an increase, substantial increase, about 15%. So it's not bad numbers at all. Those were just the median prices. Now we are here on the median sale price per square foot, and you can see those same numbers. The blue overall, red single family home, and the yellow condo. The price per square foot is also increasing. So it's not just a question of the homes getting larger. The average price per square foot is also increasing. And then again, these are the same numbers, just showing quarter over quarter. So if it is above this center line here, it means the price per square foot rather has increased from the previous quarter. So you can see things have been steadily growing. A few quarters of slight corrections, but things have been steadily growing even for the condo market. Lastly, let's talk about the months of supply. As you can see here, the last 3 years, it seems to have been a slight decrease in the months of supply. There are some months that is less than 1 month of supply. Again, how fast are the homes moving? How fast are they selling? This is broken down by quarter. This is over the last 10 years. I'm sorry about that. This is over the last 10 years, and you can see a slight decrease in the months of supply. However, if we look at it based on just the last 3 years, then here we can see that the months of supply, again, were quite low in 2019, but have picked up in 2020 and remained strong through most of 2021. It would be interesting to see what numbers these will have here in the first few months of 2022 and whether those months of supply pick back up. Based on what I'm seeing, I do not think they will. I think the market is now red hot for single-family homes in Arlington. So I think the months of supply, although it's, again, a little bit better now than it has been the past 3 years, I think the market is remaining hot. So let's finish also now on interest rates. How is that going to impact this market? Again, on the $1 million plus market, I don't think it's going to have that big of an impact. However, on the lower end of the market, I think it will. Because again, the buyer's purchasing power is getting eroded. In the short term, I can see that lower interest rates are actually going to drive more interest, and that if you see your purchasing power decreasing, a buyer may be more motivated to really go for it now for fear of being priced out of the market. That could lead to a short-term increase in prices. I think in the long term, especially if we see another point or two increase in interest rates, then I think that will have the effect of bringing down prices. And again, the higher you are in the price point, the higher you are in the market, the less this will matter. If you have a condo or a less expensive single-family home, bigger impact. If you are in a single-family home in North Arlington, much less of an impact. Certainly, if you have any questions all about your home or your particular neighborhood in Arlington, happy to speak to you about those specifics. But certainly hope you found this general overview of all of Arlington to be beneficial. Again, if so, please give us a thumbs up and follow us. We do these market reports every single month, trying to focus on a different region each month. Next month will be Alexandria. And in the meantime, if you have any questions at all about this or, again, your particular neighborhood, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to work with you. Thank you.